Morning. Thank you for the opportunity to introduce myself and my research contribution to PRIMA. I'm Johrine Cronjé, a psychologist from South Africa interested in human behavior, emotions, and psychological phenomena. In the PRIMA project, I hold the position of ESR 12, looking at privacy protection in immersive virtual reality. And more specifically, I will focus on the evaluation and acceptance of social interaction partners. For the next few years, I'm privileged to work under the supervision of Professor Pauli, Professor Latoshik, and Dr. Sigurd Eskeland. I am from South Africa and lived in the beautiful Cape Town for a few years. What I love most about my country is also what appealed to me in the PRIMA project, the multiculturalism and cultural diversity. The Rainbow Nation of South Africa has 11 national languages, and music and dance is what unites and heals her people. During the COVID pandemic, the colorful South African labor force across industries joined in rhythm and song and danced to the following song. I'll just play you a short clip. All right, you can watch more on YouTube. My educational background included a 3-year bachelor's degree at the University of the Free State, 2 honours degrees at the University of South Africa and Cornerstone Institute. And my master's degree was through the University of the Free State, and it focused on emotional intelligence and technology use. My educational experience and involvement in the community inspired a multifaceted professional experience. These were my 3. Professionally, I worked in private practice and in the community setting with a focus on anxiety-related. My research collaboration include work through the University of Stellenbosch in post-traumatic stress and virtual reality. I collaborated with UNISA, the University of South Africa, in mind-brain learning, and worked in industry at a bank with emotional intelligence and technology use and psychological flexibility. I lectured at a university and supervised research in psychology. In PRIMA, my work as ESR 12 forms part of work package 6, impact assessment of privacy protection, and I will look at acceptance and usage of privacy protection solutions. My secondment and industry will be at Trudeau's Bank in the Netherlands, and my academic secondment will be at NR in Norway. The objective of my research project is concerned about the human evaluation and acceptance of social interaction partners in immersive virtual reality. So immersive virtual reality is a form of virtual reality technology that gives the user the experience of being physically present in a non-physical world. The non-physical world is where the user is enabled to meet other users or social interaction partners in the form of virtual humans. And here I'm curious to know how the trustworthiness of social interaction partners can be established and improved in virtual reality, and how different environmental conditions and emotional states influence this evaluation. So why is this important? Well, 75% of human waking time is spent in social interaction. The building and maintenance of social relationships rely highly on trust, and virtual social relationships can be built and verified in a variety of different environments under different emotional conditions in virtual reality. The e-commerce virtual reality study investigated decision-making in online transactions, and that participants rely on a trustworthy social interaction partner during times of high uncertainty. And for my research, it is evident that cognitive, behavioral, and social states influence the evaluation of a person's reality. So imagine you are meeting a bank consultant through virtual reality and you need to share private information with them. Here it is important that you are certain that this virtual human is really who they are presenting, and that they are represented in such a way that you evaluate them as trustworthy, even on a bad day. So there are various variables that contribute towards the evaluation of trustworthiness, such as familiarity, age, ethnicity, eye contact, body size, clothing, just to name a few. And the user's evaluation and interpretation of social interaction partners is important for building a trusting relationship under different emotional conditions to prevent a user from sharing private information with an untrustworthy social interaction partner, for example, a virtual bank consultant. So for my PhD project, I am planning one pilot study that lay the foundation for future studies and 3 experiments. The work plan is as follows. I will have a pilot study that investigates familiarity and trustworthiness in virtual humans. The first study will strive to develop a paradigm to measure the trustworthiness of a familiar virtual human, and this will be done with ESR 13, Ying-Y. The second study is on trustworthiness of a virtual human during contextual stress, and will also be done with Jing-Y ESR 13 in Würzburg. And the third study will look at the social presence of a trustworthy virtual human and the experience of safety. And this will be with ESR 7, and we will discuss more here, and ESR 13. Thank you so much for your attention and for giving me the opportunity to introduce my interests, my supervisors, and my position. Are there any questions?
Okay. Thank you, Johrine.